Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Tuesday, the first day of January. It's New Year's Day.
It is a whole new
I
year.
haven't talked to you since last year. Actually, we talked a lot before we went on the air. But it's also National Hangover Day. Do you think Charlie will have a hangover?
Probably not so much anymore.
Do they stay up and party all night? do you think?
No.
Okay. It's also National Bloody Mary Day. If I was going to place a wager on that one, I would guess that he's probably celebrating with that. All of that happening on this day. Also, we do have Tuesdays with Charlie coming up, and we're going to quit doing our quote. And if people miss it, I guess we'll bring it back. But I don't have a quote for today. We're done doing that for 2019. So.
All righty then.
There's one less thing for me to search for every day. But we do have Tuesdays with Charlie coming up, and I've got a good question for him. I've never seen the Twilight movies. I doubt that he has, but I've got a question about the Twilight movies.
All right. I saw the first one, and I
Did you?
didn't bother watching any after
I've not
that because
seen
the
any.
first one was pretty
It
horrible.
wasn't for you?
No.
I know several of our friends that loved it. So
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't. I just never did. So coming up, we've got Tuesdays with Charlie. That's on the way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Want a good laugh to start every day? We do, and you can too. Be sure to follow WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com on Facebook. Every morning we send out our Weird Gift of the Day. You don't even have to buy anything. You can just follow our page and laugh at the bizarre real gift items we find and share every morning. And maybe you can share them with your friends who have a good sense of humor too. We have a link to make it easy to find us at WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Heidi, the Phoenician in Scottsdale, Arizona. Can you tell me? Is that a golf course or is that a
The
rehab
Phoenician?
center?
I'm going to say golf course.
And that is correct.
I don't know what in the
Golf
world that
clap
means.
for Heidi. It's like a phoenix. The phoenix, the
Okay.
Phoenician,
Okay.
starts the same way. Phonician. So same
Okay.
root word, the phoenix.
All right.
Rising from the ashes, Heidi. And that was in Scottsdale, Arizona. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
Cable and dish companies keep jacking up their rates. Join the cable cutting revolution with ChannelSurferTV.com. Watch TV with no monthly fee. Our DVR lets you record shows and pause live TV with no monthly fee. Want to stream movies? We have a device for that too. It works with Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, YouTube, and many other streaming platforms, so you can cut the cable and save a ton of money every month. Learn more at ChannelSurferTV.com. That's ChannelSurferTV.com.
And this is your brain on drugs. Police say that a 57-year-old Utah man who was drunk, so drunk that he had to be helped back to bed after falling into a Christmas tree, paid back his roommate's kindness by opening fire on the man and his son. Randall Weed Dickinson was charged with several crimes for knowingly trying to cause death of his roommate and roommate's relative. This happened back in December, the 9th of December. It says here that he had been drinking all day, so drunk that he fell into a Christmas tree. The roommate and the son helped him, escorted him to his room so he could sleep off this intoxication. When the roommate and the son went outside to smoke a cigarette, they heard what sounded like a gun going off. When the pair said they saw him firing at them, getting off 16 shots before the roommate and the son could pin Dickinson until police arrived. He was charged with 2 counts of attempted murder, 1 count of possession of a firearm by a restricted person, 16 counts of felony discharge of a firearm, and 1 count of carrying a dangerous weapon under the influence, and 1 count of intoxication. So not a good day for him. And
Alrighty.
alcohol and guns don't mix.
No.
Bad plan. Be a responsible gun owner and don't be drunk while you're doing that. Terrible idea. That's definitely what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Disney announced last year that they're going to scale back production of Star Wars movies, and it's because the Han Solo film tanked at the box office, and they think that it's because they're putting out too many movies. Others are saying you just need a script and a plot and, actors and stuff. So
Okay.
apparently they rushed that one, and it still had a huge budget. But a lot of fans are not fans of that particular movie. The Bachelor made headlines last year for casting Colton Underwood as the lead role for next season, despite the fact that he's a virgin. So that was a big deal in entertainment news for 2018. And in 2018, Arnold Schwarzenegger vowed to sue Big Oil because of their reckless behavior on the environment. So some of the things from big screen, little screen as we look back fondly at 2018.
Good riddance.
And we look forward with an open mind for 2019. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on this New Year's Day.
Every day, approximately 23 U.S. military veterans take their own lives. Big Paws Canine Foundation is helping to decrease that number, providing service and companion dogs to our disabled veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Partnering a hero with a specifically trained dog significantly reduces the incidence of suicide, and your support makes all the difference. Find out how you can help our American heroes. Join the pack at BigPawsCanine.com.
Now your scoop of the day brought to you by FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. A study by Music Magpie found that 6 in 10 American children under the age of 6 own a smartphone. So a lot of
Under
kids.
the age of
Yes.
6?
6 in 10 Americans under the age of 6
Holy cow.
own a smartphone. I didn't have a smartphone when I was that age, but they didn't exist yet. So
Even
I
if
know.
they had, we wouldn't have had
Yeah, probably
smartphones
not.
under the age of
No.
6.
No, I think
That's
it's a bit early.
ridiculous.
A study revealed, let me try this once again. A survey by the Bigfoot Research. I can't talk. We weren't even out that late. Let me try this again. Get my composure. Kick me if you need to, Heidi. A survey by the Bigfoot Field Research Association. Ha ha ha, I did it. They found that New Jersey has been experiencing a surge in Bigfoot sightings in the last year. So I wonder if there's just somebody that moved there because there was somebody that recently got shot at because they thought that he looked like a Bigfoot. I wonder if there's some dude that moved there and he's like, it's not a Bigfoot. My name is Mike. Well, what are you guys doing?
I just think people are crazy.
No, I think there might be something
You
out there.
think there's a Bigfoot?
Yeah, I think so. Loch Ness Monster told me that. in
Don't
a
you
text,
think that they would have
so.
found a dead one by now?
We could go into this, but they said like 100 years ago gorillas didn't exist, and now they're in zoos all over the world. They do exist, but nobody had seen one up until that point. Nobody had captured one. They didn't find any dead ones. So I'm
Yeah,
just
but with
saying,
all the people that have been looking,
he's just really good at hide and seek.
I don't think so.
Hide and seek winner. That's all. A French woman was convicted of killing 4 men that she met online in 2018. That's kind of crazy.
Whoa.
A British woman claims to have slept with 20 ghosts. Now she's engaged to one. There's another crazy thing from 2018. I am so excited that we turned the page on some of these things. A study by Virginia Tech found that mosquitoes can remember your scent, and they'll often pick on people who taste sweeter to them. So they've done Yelp reviews on me. I don't taste good. I get bit by like 1 mosquito a year.
I get bit all
Oh, yeah.
the time.
Because here's the thing. We're together quite often, so if you could bite sweet, delicious Heidi or not so sweet and kind of yucky John, who are you going to choose? I mean, Heidi all the time. An Ameritrade survey found 53% of millennials expect to be millionaires someday.
Yep.
So that's kind of cool. I'm glad that they have their expectations set.
Well, yeah, but they don't want to work.
No, there are some that are working very hard toward that. So for those of you who are actually working toward that goal, hats off to you, man. I just found an article. I don't remember where it was. I saw it online, and I shared it on my Facebook page. It said, these 2 traits were found in all millionaires. Somebody did a survey with a bunch of different millionaires, and the same 2 traits were found in all of them. I don't know what it was. I didn't write
Clearly, it doesn't apply to us.
I didn't write them down. might have been one of the traits. They remembered stuff. Huh? You talking to me?
Good story, John.
I can scroll back and find it if I need to. Also in the last year, Papa John started selling their garlic sauce in 1-gallon jugs. Just
1 gallon
towards the end of
garlic
2018, I had
sauce?
kind of given up. I was like, you know what? I'm going to see how high I can get that, because I'm posting my weight today. But I'm like, I'm going to see how high I can get that weight. So I got a really good starting point. So I could see me chugging out of a 1-gallon jug of garlic sauce towards the end of the year. And one final thing. 2 female contestants in the Vietnamese version of The Bachelor, they quit the Vietnamese version of The Bachelor so they could date each other.
Okay.
So there you go. They went on there looking for love, and they found it, but with another person, another contestant they were competing against.
Okay.
Interesting. 2018 is done. It's 2019. It's a
Yes.
new year.
Thank
Thank you
goodness.
so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
At FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. We want to remind you it's never too early to start thinking about Valentine's Day. And what says I love you better than awesome matching fun t-shirts? Get something for your sweetie and for you. We have several his and hers t-shirt designs to choose from at funkymonkeyshirts.com. Let the world know how much you love one another and wear your heart on your sleeve. Well, at least on your shirt. With a little help from funkymonkeyshirts.com. That's funkymonkeyshirts.com.
And it's time right now for our favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law for a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
How you doing, Charlie?
No, I could be hungover.
You could be. Are you, though?
No.
Oh, man. You are so resilient in your old age.
When you go to bed about 8:30, yeah.
That does help. Well, Happy New Year to you, Charlie.
Well, same to you.
So what kind of cool stuff are we going to learn about for 2019?
This is a brand new year, isn't it?
It is.
We better come up with some good stuff then, huh?
Yes. My resolution is to have only the best.
And it's all true and factual, too.
Absolutely.
Hey, did you know Pope Francis used to be a nightclub bouncer?
No kidding. I did not know
I knew that.
Did you really?
Yep.
You've probably been bounced out of enough bars. Hey, then, prisoners waiting to be executed on death row in America are given a physical beforehand to ensure they are fit enough to die.
No kidding.
What's the point of that?
So, if you're a person that's on death row, just make sure you're not in good enough shape to die, is what they're saying.
That's right. Full of cold or something, flu, and they'll take you off there for a while. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That is that is ridiculous.
Hey, then, for $45, the U.S. Bureau of Engraving and Printing will sell you a 5-pound bag with $10,000 worth of shredded currency.
I think that's really cool.
That'd be kind of neat, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it looks really neat. I've seen that before, like in displays where they have shredded money in there.
Put like in a block or something?
Yeah, it's what I saw it in was in like a glass case, and it was a bunch of shredded money around some other money that was on display. It looked really cool.
Hey, that'd be pretty neat, I think. Okay, then let's see here. According to a Harvard psychologist, dogs are probably dreaming about their owners when they are asleep.
Yeah, that's what that psychologist thinks. They're dreaming about bones.
If they're dreaming about you, they're really, leaked off.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, that's all that they know. So
Well, it depends. If your dog is an exciting dog and gets out and is a dog of the world, they probably don't dream about us.
probably why Mandy cries at night.
Yeah. I want to be somewhere else. Anywhere but here. I'm stuck with these two idiots.
I'm sure that's what they're thinking.
Probably.
Hey, then here's something you should do. Holding money in your hand reduces stress and pain.
No kidding.
Really?
How much money do you need to be holding? If it's all like a quarter, would that help?
I don't think so. I think they're talking thousands.
Yeah, I'm still going to have that stress and pain then. I can't afford not to.
That'd release a lot of pain for me, let me tell you. Hey, then, let's see here. Your rectum and your anus are linked with cells similar to the ones in your mouth. This is why spicy foods can burn on the way down and just as they did on the way in.
So they're lined with the same thing that's in your mouth?
Yep, that's why they burn going down and burn coming out.
Now, I got to tell you, I thought that the rectum and the anus were the same thing, but that's two different things?
Apparently that is two different things, yes.
Well, they're in the same neighborhood at least.
Well, the one's hanging around down there, yeah.
Hey, you ready for a question, Charlie?
Sure.
Now, I got a feeling I know the answer to this, but have you ever seen the movie Twilight?
No.
I have not seen it either, but it's a vampire movie, and there's a bunch of silent scenes. There's like a bunch of different scenes. They call it brooding silence. Somebody went through and spliced all of the silent scenes together. How many minutes in a hour and a half movie, how many minutes of it do you think were just silence?
38.
You're close. 26 minutes.
I was going to say that.
Oh, yeah, see, you should have. 26 minutes of silence in an hour and a half movie. I mean, when you think about it, if you've got less script to write, why not do that, right?
Hey, get a little extra nap time in that way.
There you go. I've not seen the movie, and this does not make me want to run right out and rent it, so...
I don't think I'm going to buy a ticket, no.
Well, Charlie, it's always a pleasure to chat with you. Thank you for talking to us again in 2019. Do you have any New Year's resolutions that you're working on?
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do this no more.
You'd miss us.
We'll see how that goes.
So you're saying if next week it's not Tuesdays with Charlie, it's Tuesdays with somebody else, you'll know why.
Could be, yes.
Yeah.
It could be.
Well, there's no replacing you. Thank you so much, Charlie. We'll talk to you again next week, I hope.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little thing we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
Cable and dish companies keep jacking up their rates. Join the cable cutting revolution with ChannelSurferTV.com. Watch TV with no monthly fee. Our DVR lets you record shows and pause live TV with no monthly fee. Want to stream movies? We have a device for that too. It works with Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, YouTube, and many other streaming platforms, so you can cut the cable and save a ton of money every month. Learn more at ChannelSurferTV.com. That's ChannelSurferTV.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Dolly Parton once entered a lookalike contest and lost.
So did Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, she was in a celebrity lookalike contest. She did not reveal who she really was. This was in San Francisco, and she lost to a drag queen who
I think that's hilarious.
looked more like Dolly Parton than Dolly Parton did. We just watched the movie. What was the movie called? Dumplin' on Netflix. And there are some Dolly Parton.
It was a cute movie.
There's a lot of Dolly Parton music in that, and then there are like Dolly Parton drag queens in that. And so when I saw that question there, or that fun fact, I thought, oh, we got to read that one. And I thought it was a pretty cute movie as well. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
At FunkyMonkeyShirts.com, we want to remind you it's never too early to start thinking about Valentine's Day. And what says, I love you, better than awesome, matching fun t-shirts? Get something for your sweetie and for you. We have several his and hers t-shirt designs to choose from at FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. Let the world know how much you love one another. And wear your heart on your sleeve. Well, at least on your shirt. With a little help from FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. That's FunkyMonkeyShirts.com.
Time now for the word of the day, and this is not one of the grandiloquent words. This is a word that I went out and found on my own. I've got a different source now, Heidi, because we were just getting the same like regurgitated ones there. So I might go back. We'll see if we'll give them another chance. But right now, spurious. Spurious. S-P-U-R-I-O-U-S. Spurious. Of illegitimate or irregular origin, or not genuine, false. Despite the dealer's protestations, the spurious painting was clearly a forgery. Spurious. It's today's weird word of the day. Do you like that one better than
No.
one? No? Heidi's not a fan of this. This break might go away in 2019. It hasn't
It is
yet.
2019.
But I'm just saying, it might go away sometime this year. We'll see. Maybe this will have to be one that quietly goes away. Every time we've mentioned that it's going to go away, we get all kinds of messages from people. I think it was mainly just the grandiloquent word people. So. Thanks for listening to the word of the day on the John and Heidi Show.
Want a good laugh to start every day? We do, and you can too. Be sure to follow WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com on Facebook. Every morning we send out our Weird Gift of the Day. You don't even have to buy anything. You can just follow our page and laugh at the bizarre real gift items we find and share every morning. And maybe you can share them with your friends who have a good sense of humor too. We have a link to make it easy to find us at WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. An Ohio supermarket worker could face criminal charges after her employer told cops that she consumed more than $9,000 worth of deli meat in the last 5 years. Remember talking about this? This is one of the best of. There were a ton of best of stories because like the people who compile all these stories kind of took the last week off, Heidi. So I tried to get as many of the new ones as I could, but this is a best of. It was the Giant Eagle chain. A 36-year-old suspect had been eating slices of ham and salami from the deli counter, and they just calculated this over the last 5 years.
Oh, yeah, I remember when we talked about
and
this.
And they said,
one.
you know, I think she stole like $9,200
I don't
worth
know
of ham
how
and salami.
they would have
They just
come up with that number.
They looked to see how much of this meat she pilfered, and they said, okay, this much.
But if they didn't catch her until the very end, how would they have known how much she stole throughout the year? They're just guesstimating?
Over the course of time. They had given her warning after warning after warning, say, hey, you got to quit doing that. And they calculated, saying, okay, you know what, she just keeps doing it. We're gonna fire her. We're going to press charges because she's stealing $9,200 worth of meat over the course of 5 years. So
I'm sorry, but there's just there's no way they could have known that amount.
Little slice here, little slice there.
Yeah.
That's one of the weird things that happened in 2018. Thanks for listening on this New Year's Day edition of the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, your moment of duh, brought to you by FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. A man became royally irritated when he was trying to buy lunch at an Ohio Burger King, and he made a whopper of a 911 call. Do you remember this one? Caller reportedly told dispatchers, "No, I'm not moving anywhere until you give me back my coupons."
Okay.
"I'm calling the police." 73-year-old customer tried to pay for his order with a buy one, get one free Whopper coupon, and he had to call 911 to find out what the beef was all about. When they got there, they said, well, they took my coupons and they won't give them back to me, and he won't give me my free Whopper that they called for either. According to the police report, they received coupons in Texas and was advised that they are no good in Ohio. When he was advised that he would not be allowed to come back to this Burger King, he was very upset. So he got a coupon in one state, tried to use it in a different state.
So give him his coupons back and send him on his merry way.
I don't exactly know what this could just be, two very stubborn people. But that happened. I remember that. That was sometime in the summer, I think, maybe. I remember when we read that one last time. Coming up, we've got more fun stuff to get to. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Every day, approximately 23 U.S. military veterans take their own lives. Big Paws Canine Foundation is helping to decrease that number, providing service and companion dogs to our disabled veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Partnering a hero with a specifically trained dog significantly reduces the incidence of suicide, and your support makes all the difference. Find out how you can help our American heroes. Join the pack at BigPawsCanine.com.
All right, I'm working on getting our good news ready to go. At this time, we usually do a thing called Fake News or Florida, and we're going to have this little discussion. I think maybe we let that go this year. What do you think?
Okay, whatever you want to do.
You're
in the driver's seat.
But you were saying you wanted to maybe do something different. What would you think of doing a dad joke of the day at this point every day?
Or whatever.
Do you think that would be a fun thing? Isn't this another happy way to end the program?
Sure.
All right, so I'm going to search, and now this is your chance, everybody. Reach out if you think that's a bad idea, if you're going to miss Fake News or Florida. But over the last year, I've had some people who thought it was disrespectful to the great state of Florida. It's all in fun.
No, whatever.
So
Come on,
if there's
everybody.
one that's going to go, this might be the one. But what would you think of a dad joke of the day? I'm going to throw this on our Facebook page, too, to find out what you think, and then see what we can do for having something fun here every day that hopefully won't be hurtful to anyone.
Oh, good Lord.
There you go. We got some good news coming right up.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is an absolutely adorable story. And I actually have a friend who was talking about this very same subject on Facebook, 3 months ago. He was talking about, it would have been leading up to Thanksgiving, because I remember he was saying, great, we're going to be meeting with the family at Thanksgiving, and we're going to have everybody asking when we're going to start having kids. And he's like, you guys need to understand, we're trying really, really, really hard to have kids. And you asking me every time I see you, it doesn't help. And, it was very hurtful to him that people kept asking. Well, this couple, I'll read the headline to you. Couple's amusing infertility announcement helped find humor in their past heartbreaks. So they've been trying for quite some time. Infertility is not usually a laughing matter, and this couple decided to find some relief from their disappointments by posing for some amusing infertility announcements. For 3 years, Whitney and Spencer Blake have been struggling to have a baby of their own. As they've dealt with personal heartbreaks of not being able to conceive, they had a conversation about how it felt to see other pregnancy announcements on social media. That's when they decided, hey, you know what? We should post an announcement. I think that would be fun. So they came up with some really classic pregnancy photos that they saw online, and then they did a photo shoot working on them. So here's one where the two of them are looking at an oven, and then there's a thing that says, we spent all the dough, still no bun in the oven.
Oh,
so
cute.
There's that one.
That's cute.
And then there's one that shows some people in the bed that says, coming in April 2016, pregnant, and over here they have a movie, baby coming someday, ? It says infertile. And there's another one, somebody standing by a bump ahead sign, and they're standing by a dead end sign. So I just think it's really cool that they found a way
Yeah, absolutely.
to take something that really is a touchy subject, but they said, you know what, let's find a way to sprinkle some humor into this. And I think it maybe is some awareness for other people who, again, like my friends.
But you shouldn't
family,
have to not post happy news
not at all.
online because
I don't think that
somebody might be offended or hurt.
I don't think anybody is saying that you can't be happy and proud of what you're going through. But there are people who I know, even in our family, when some people, they got married and they were asking, so you guys going to have kids? Going to have kids? And I'm like, dude, just leave them alone. They'll have kids when they have kids. So it's one of those things where, again, it's a subject where infertility is not usually a fun subject. So when I saw this, that they found a way to have some humor, I thought, wow, that's just too fun not to share. I've got a link to that in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. Happy New Year to you.